This is the brand new Red Magic Gaming Tablet 5 Pro, one of the latest gaming tablets to hit the market. With so many compact tablets launching recently, this is probably the one that's aimed at a most specific audience. When it comes to small tablets, Red Magic actually entered this segment much earlier than most brands. Recently, many manufacturers have been focusing on making their compact tablets as light and thin as possible. Red Magic, along with Lenovo, has chosen a different direction by putting gaming performance at the center of the experience.
A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from Maiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out our exciting tech content.
Before we get into it, here are some basic specs of the Red Magic Gaming Tablet 5 Pro. With the factory screen protector applied, it weighs close to 390 grams, and its rear camera only supports contrast detection autofocus. If those specifications are exactly what they sound like, then this tablet is honestly quite an interesting product. Red Magic actually sent me the 5 Pro quite a while ago, without any sponsorship involved. The only condition was that I couldn't publish a formal review. Since I received it for free, let's not call this a review. Think of this video as a straightforward introduction to the device. Let's start with what's inside the box. My unit is the Blade transparent version. The packaging is covered with various professional esports certification logos, which personally I'm not a huge fan of. Inside, you'll find the user manuals, some decorative stickers, the tablet itself, the familiar 100-watt USB-C fast charger that's also included with the 11S Pro, and a charging cable featuring the signature red accent. There's no L-shaped connector this time, and visually the cable measures about 99.8 centimeters. That's everything included in the package. One suggestion for Red Magic: next time, could you include a screen protector in the box? Now let's take a closer look at the tablet itself. To be honest, my first impression of the 5 Pro's design was a little disappointing. The transparent back panel on the 11S Pro, with the silver wing styling and large circular liquid cooling module in the center, simply looked more eye-catching. Imagine scaling that design up for a tablet. Complete with the rotating RGB lighting, it would have looked incredibly stylish. Of course, being realistic, a large glass back panel would significantly increase the cost and probably wouldn't be the most durable choice. Instead, the Red Magic 5 Pro features a seamless unibody metal construction, with the rear panel and frame blending together without visible joints. At nearly 390 grams, it feels a bit heavy for long periods of one-handed use, but the build quality is excellent. It feels incredibly solid in your hands, almost like a dense block of metal. It's still compact enough to slide into a pocket. Well, at least it fits. Unlike previous models, there's no built-in cooling fan this time. Instead, the liquid cooling system and RGB lighting are both showcased through the small transparent window near the top. Once powered on, it definitely looks cool, although I still think it could have looked even cooler. The flash module still uses the raised plastic anti-glare design, so if you're using the tablet without a case, you'll want to be careful when placing it face down on a desk. A nice upgrade this time is the addition of dual USB-C ports on the frame. That means you can charge the tablet while connecting external accessories at the same time, which is a huge advantage. It also helps make up for the missing 3.35mm headphone jack. That said, I'd still love to see the USB port positioned in the center on the next generation. The side-mounted fingerprint scanner performs about as expected, while the physical buttons feel firm and well-built. At the top, the bright red attack slider instantly launches game space with a single swipe. Inside, you'll find a huge collection of gaming settings, performance controls, real-time data displays, and all kinds of gaming plugins. Just look at this interface. There are flashy dashboards and so many extra features that it'll probably take some time to explore everything. Even though there's a massive amount of information available, Red Magic's gaming interface actually focuses more on practical usability than looking overly technical. Compared with devices from ROG or Lenovo Legion that I've used before, Red Magic doesn't overwhelm you with engineering-style parameter displays. Instead, it leans toward providing ready-made presets that are easy to use. So, which approach do you prefer? Complete freedom to tweak every setting, or a simpler system that does most of the work for you? Thanks to the tablet's larger display, strategy guides can now appear directly in a floating window while you're gaming, which is genuinely useful. Some of the other gaming features, however, still feel like they could offer more detailed functionality. Another small issue is that the animation for the Cube Energy Cube when launching games runs at a relatively low frame rate, and that noticeably affects the visual smoothness. As expected, Red Magic also brings its PC emulator feature to the tablet. You can log directly into your Steam account and enjoy either local or streamed PC games. In terms of overall experience, it feels very similar to gaming on a PC. Compared to playing on a smartphone, this larger display is simply much better suited for AAA games. Personally, I usually prefer smaller screens, but there are definitely times when reading subtitles on a phone becomes difficult. On a display this size, everything feels far more immersive. Moving to the front, the tablet features a 9.06-inch AMOLED display with impressive outdoor brightness and rich, vibrant colors. The image almost looks like a filter has been applied. If this kind of color tuning appeared on a flagship camera phone, I'd probably criticize it, but on a gaming tablet, it's perfectly acceptable. That said, the screen's color accuracy is only average, and although it offers a 2.4K resolution, the sharpness isn't especially outstanding. Considering the price gap between tablets and flagship smartphones, that's something I'm willing to accept. The display also supports up to 185 Hz refresh rate. However, just like competing brands, only a handful of officially optimized games can actually take advantage of it. Most games today are still limited to either 165 Hz or 120 Hz. Red Magic says more games are being optimized, so we'll have to see how that develops. One thing I definitely want to talk about separately is the touch response.
At first, I assumed every Android tablet would feel pretty much the same when it came to touch response. But honestly, the Red Magic Gaming Tablet 5 Pro completely changed my mind. The glass on this device is easily the most responsive I've ever used. I really can't think of another Android device that matches it. Whether you're gaming or simply scrolling through the interface, every touch feels incredibly quick and precise. In fact, it even feels more responsive than my current main device, the X3S. I also managed to get my hands on an X3U. Another surprise is the vibration motor. The entire frame provides vibration feedback while typing or gaming, and that's something you rarely see on a tablet. The speakers are equally impressive. Red Magic introduced a new audio design this time that I don't fully understand, but the results speak for themselves. The sound is loud, rich, and easily reaches laptop-level quality. Between the touch response, vibration feedback, and speaker performance, these three features definitely add a lot to the overall experience. Now let's talk about the system experience. If I had to describe the system in just 2 words, I'd say it's decent. It's not outstanding, but it's perfectly usable. Day-to-day stability is excellent, and I rarely encountered any bugs. The animations could definitely be smoother, and optimization for large screen apps is still quite limited. Thankfully, Red Magic offers solid compatibility between devices, so overall the experience remains acceptable. My only small complaint is that the battery icon in the status bar is a little too tiny. The Red Magic Gaming Tablet 5 Pro packs an 8300 mAh battery. While that isn't the biggest battery in its class, the real-world battery life turned out to be surprisingly good. Recently, I've been using it as a secondary phone connected to my hotspot, and I've spent plenty of time using it outdoors. On average, I was consistently getting more than 7 hours of screen-on time each day. One thing I noticed immediately is how incredibly fast this tablet downloads games. Its Wi-Fi reception is seriously impressive. Using the same Wi-Fi network, downloading the full Genshin Impact data package, which is over 40 gigabytes, was nearly twice as fast as on my smartphone. That's honestly pretty amazing. Now let's get to gaming performance. Ironically, even though this is marketed as a gaming tablet, gaming is actually the least surprising part of the experience. Before I show you the numbers, I want to point out that all of these results come from my own thermometer readings and personal testing. They're completely subjective and aren't based on any certified testing lab, so treat them as reference data only. Starting with Genshin Impact, the performance was very smooth. After 1 hour at the highest graphics settings running at 60 frames per second, the maximum temperature reached around 44 degrees Celsius. Under another maximum performance test for 1 hour, the temperature stayed around 41 degrees Celsius. Even when running Resident Evil 3 Remastered, the tablet maintained an average of roughly 50 frames per second over an hour of gameplay.
The temperature climbed to about 47 degrees Celsius. It's not exactly cool, but the frame rate remained consistently high and stable throughout the session. At the end of the day, gaming performance is all about delivering stable power, and in that respect, this tablet performs better than a typical flagship smartphone, including Red Magic's own flagship phones. Overall, Red Magic clearly understands exactly which type of user it's targeting. To be honest, I've always felt that chasing maximum performance for traditional mobile games was a little unnecessary. If you really want the best mobile gaming experience, you usually need expensive hardware, and looking at many today's heavily monetized mobile games, I personally don't think they're worth investing so much money into. So that's why gaming phones and gaming tablets have spent the last few years in a somewhat awkward position, trying to justify their existence. But things have started to change. More and more traditional game developers are now bringing their titles to mobile platforms. With games like Tomb Raider, Death Stranding, and the rapid development of PC emulators, hardware performance is becoming increasingly important. Of course, some people will say, why not just play AAA games on a PS5 or gaming PC? That's a fair point. But being able to carry AAA games in your pocket and enjoy them anywhere has always been something many gamers have wanted. The Red Magic Gaming Tablet 5 Pro sacrifices almost everything that isn't related to gaming, putting nearly all of its available budget into maximizing gaming performance. So if your main priority is carrying a lightweight tablet for work, browsing the web, or simply playing games like Honor of Kings or PUBG Mobile, you're probably not going to unlock the full value of this device. On the other hand, if you're looking for an affordable, portable machine that's capable of handling AAA gaming without paying flagship gaming prices, there really aren't many gaming tablets available right now that offer this kind of experience. That's everything I wanted to share in today's video. What do you think? Do gaming tablets actually create a new market, or are they solving a problem that never really existed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.